Hi everyone, my name's Gary and I'm the founder and CEO of Porter. Now I wanted to start by talking about my friend. This is Bethan. Now Bethan's a really passionate environmentalist. She's a full-time lawyer and she's the mother of 2 children, and that means she has very little spare time. When she does have spare time, she really loves to travel. She loves discovering new places and new things to do. The problem she has is when she uses travel websites, she gets really overwhelmed because there's too much information and too much choice. She also doesn't have access to a car, and that can make planning travel really difficult. And she's not alone. Last year, 21% of UK households didn't have access to a car. Further, 43% of Brits spend more time planning their trip than the time they spend away. Why? Well, put simply, booking travel is difficult. Now, if we look at what a typical planning process looks like for Bethan, it's something like this. Over the course of about 4 months, from the very first moment she thinks about going away, through to when she's actually decided where to go and book something, Bethan will make over 7,000 digital travel touchpoints. This is web searches, website visits, reading blog posts, watching videos. Now that's a huge amount of information to be consuming and a huge amount of time to do something that should be as simple as booking a trip. Now let me introduce you to Porter. At Porter, we're building what we call a digital travel companion. We want to make the whole process of travel as effortless as possible, from discovery and booking right the way through to experiencing and enjoying. Now, we recently launched version 1 of Porter focused on hotel recommendation and booking. The way the platform works is when a user comes to us, we ask them a series of onboarding questions. This helps us understand what type of traveler they are and what's important to them when traveling. When they search, we ingest thousands and thousands of options, and we distill that down into a short list of relevant recommendations tailored to each one of our users. Now, 12 weeks ago, we were really excited to get started on the TFW Lab program. For us, this was a chance to explore new product opportunities and ways we could potentially collaborate with TFW. Now, right from the off, TFW outlined a number of problem statements they were looking for help in addressing. And from day one, there were 3 that really resonated with us. How could they attract new users to Rail? How could they solve the problem of end-to-end journey planning? And how could they educate consumers around greener methods of travel? So over the past few weeks, we've been working really hard on our proof of concept. I'm now going to show you a short video of our end-to-end journey planning solution. This is Bethan booking a trip to Cardiff. So the first thing she needs to do is book somewhere to stay. So we show her a short list of relevant recommendations tailored to her. When she's found somewhere she likes, she'll select the room. Once she's done that, we need to help her find things to do while she's away. And again, we show relevant recommendations tailored to her. Finally, we show her relevant transport options. And we also show her the carbon impact of these options compared to a typical car journey. So we know that Bethan doesn't have access to a car, so we're showing her multimodal public transport options, not only to get her from her house to the hotel and back, but from the hotel to the things to do. Once she's completed her booking, she's then able to view all aspects of her trip in an itinerary-style format, and here she can access e-tickets for any of the transport that she booked. Now, if we think back to some of those challenges I mentioned that Bethan has at the beginning, she struggles with travel websites because they overwhelm her with too much information. She really wants to discover new things to do. And she struggles to plan trips by not having access to a car, but she really cares about the environment, so she wants to understand environmentally friendly ways to travel. So let's look at how our end-to-end journey planning solution can help people like Bethan. Well, first and foremost, we were able to make travel planning much simpler. At each of those 3 stages, we only showed her the most relevant options tailored to her. Secondly, we helped her discover new things to do in the place she was visiting. And finally, we helped her plan an entire trip, all aspects of the transport considered, and helped her understand the carbon impact of using multimodal public transport compared to a car. Now, we're still quite early in our journey, but we've got some really ambitious plans for the year ahead. This year, we'll be launching experience recommendations and booking. We'll be launching an app version of Porter, and we're really excited to continue work on our end-to-end journey planner and hope to move this to beta later on this year. We're now in the process of raising our second round of funding, so if you want to get involved and join us on our mission to make travel effortless, then please come and see me afterwards, or feel free to drop me an email. We're also raising a portion of this round on Seedrs, and we'll be publicly live on there next week, so please feel free to check it out. Thanks for your time.